Hi, Bill Jones from Turntastic Wood Design. I made this hall tree this week. It's about 6 feet tall, just under 4 feet wide, and is about 14 inches deep. It's got 4 cubbies in the bottom for your shoes. It's got a generous area up here to hang coats and scarves and so on, and then an area up here for your hats and your earmuffs and so on. It's going to go in an entranceway. This is going to get some hooks on it right here that will allow you to hang your coats, and it will get painted. It's difficult to see here in this shot, but this is actually a beadboard back. And I think what the paint scheme is going to be is that the beadboard back will be a kind of a turquoise color, and the rest will be painted white. And it was a real nice project. If you'd like to see how I did it, stick around and I'll show you next. I drew it up in SketchUp and got a drawing I was pretty satisfied with. Then I made a copy of the whole thing and exploded that copy and laid it out on 2 4x8 rectangles to give myself a cut list. Using that cut list, Eddie and I started breaking down the plywood into the parts we needed. The sides, the top, and the very bottom shelf all get a rabbet to accept the plywood back, and it's much easier to cut that rabbet before the cabinet is put together. I applied some iron-on banding to the plywood edges that will end up showing in the end. They will paint up really nice. I used a straight edge for a fence to use my router to cut dados for the partitions that will separate the shoe cubbies. Then I glued up the shoe cubby subassembly. Now that the shoe cubby subassembly is put together, I'm turning my attention to the sides. And the first thing I'm going to do is cut a bit out of the bottom here with my jigsaw that will actually form the 4 legs. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut dados into the sides, the same way to accept the shelves, the same way that I did for the shoe cubby using my router. I've got it dry fit together. Did that to make sure I didn't mess up any of the dados, and it's laying on its side, dry fit together. So now I'm ready for the main assembly glue up. This is going to be a pretty challenging glue up, so let's see what I can do. I cut stop dados in the underside of the top to fit on the shell. A wet winter coat can be really heavy, and I don't want the hooks that the coats are going to hang on to rip out of the beadboard back that I'm going to use. So I added this piece here. A nice piece of 3/4 inch that I'm going to go ahead and attach with pocket screws, and on the inside here the hooks will attach to that and give it plenty of strength. This small batten, which was also attached with pocket screws from the back, will give me a place to attach the decorative trim, which I'll make next. I took some 3/4 inch stock and ran both long ends across the router table with a cove bit. With my blade set to 3/4 of an inch, I cut each side off of the 1x stock, forming the trim. I attached the trim using some brad nails and then put on the back also using brad nails. Well, it came out pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with it. It is going to be just a ticket for the person who needs it. And if you like this video, please like and share with your friends. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really helps me out. And if you have any questions about this or anything you've seen on any other video or anything in my shop, please feel free to leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, thanks for watching.